Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to high school basketball here on West Bend Community TV and the West Bend Community TV YouTube channel. We got the West Bend West Spartans at 1-0 hosting the Grafton Blackhawks, who are 0-1 here on the season. Grafton lost their opening game 104-72 on Tuesday night to Kaukauna, and West held on over Sheboygan South 62-61 on Tuesday night. Ball's up, and here we are underway between Grafton and West Bend West. Grafton will start with the basketball. Three ball in the far corner, rims off, no good. Rebound by Grafton. Ball back out to Bennett Hildebrand. His shot comes up short. Rebound underneath. That was by Hunter Schmidt. And the ball is going to be out of bounds to West. The ball is going to go off of West, out of bounds, and Grafton will inbound underneath the basketball. We'll get to the starters here in just a little bit. Just underway here in West Bend West. Here's the drive by Grafton. That's Michael McNabb Jr. Shot is blocked, and West will come down with the rebound, and the Spartans will get their first shot on offense here tonight. No score early on here in the first quarter. Nice dribble, bounce pass into the lane to Ethan Leback, and that is his first 2 points. 2-0 Spartans here in the early going, just about a minute into this contest. Grafton grins it into the front court. They swing the pass from right to left, now into the far corner, looking for the drive. Grafton puts up the shot. That was Michael McNabb Jr. And it's tied at 2. 16:45 and counting, 2-all between Spartans and the Blackhawks. And it's pick and roll. Underneath is the Spartans. That's Riley O'Connell. Good pick and roll by the Spartans, and it's 4-2 West. Hernandez brings the ball across the timeline. Now the right-hand drive down the baseline. Swings out now to McNabb Jr. in the far corner. Drives, puts the shot up, little rim off, and that will go down. And check that was Juan Guerrero Hernandez Jr. I'm sorry. Juan Guerrero Hernandez Jr. It's going to be a long one here tonight. West into the front court, drives into the paint, kick out to the Spartans. That is to Carson Bauer. Now it's Leback, can't get that one to go. And it's Hernandez Jr. with the basketball now for the Blackhawks. Now here's the drive along the baseline. That is number 12, Michael McNabb Jr. Ball rolls off. Rebound by Riley O'Connell. And the Spartans get the ball back and cross the court timeline. 4-4 to score 15.5 left here in the first half. Pass is to Jacob Wagner. Looking down underneath, tried to get the ball to Leback. That is off of Leback's hand, and that will go out of bounds. Got a substitution here for Grafton. Quick rundown of the starters here tonight. First for West was Riley O'Connell. Number 3, Jaden Obernick. 4, Ethan Leback. 24, Jacob Wagner. And 32, Carson Bauer. Grafton, it was Bennett Hildebrand, Michael McNabb Jr., Juan Guerrero Hernandez Jr., Hunter Schmidt, and Chase Norton. Coming into the game was Clayton Wizyard, and Grafton will get the basket. That is to Hildebrand. Carson Bauer, it's his first personal foul. Now Hildebrand goes to the line. He will try the three-point play the old-fashioned way as the Grafton Blackhawks lead 6-4. Free throw, no good. Rebound by O'Connell, stays at 6-4. Approaching 3 minutes down here in the first half. In the first half. Bauer has it, now swings over to O'Connell. Check that, Obernick had it. Now it's O'Connell. Back to Obernick. Obernick left-hand dribble, swings it around up to the top of the key. Inward pass to Leback, saves it. Here's Obernick, his shot short. And here come the Blackhawks into the front court. Michael McNabb Jr. brings it into the front court. Pass to Hildebrand. Hildebrand for the three ball, and that one goes down. 9-4. Grafton. Blackhawks on a 7-0 run here early in the first half. Carson Bauer brings it across the half-court stripe, gets it to Leback. Now underneath, that is to Obernick. Riley O'Connell, three ball in the corner. That is no good. Battle for the rebound. That is Carson Bauer with the rebound. And Liebeck loses the handle, and that is going to be an over and back on the Spartans. Turnover to the Grafton Blackhawks. Checking into the game for the first time tonight, it's going to be Nolan Diermeyer. 6'2" guard, and he's a senior, one of 7 seniors on this team. 4 of them are starters, and they also start 1 freshman. Back underway, Grafton brings it into the front court. Hildebrand shot just off the mark. Grafton tried to save it. West comes away with the rebound. And West, that's Jaden Omnick, can't handle it cleanly, and he's going to call for the double dribble. That's another turnover for the Spartans. 9-4, just under 14 minutes to go here in the first half. Hildebrand that is to Michael McNabb. Out to Hernandez Jr. Hernandez, long shot behind the three-point line, just off the mark. Riley O'Connell comes down with the rebound for the Spartans. West into the front court, gets it to Riley O'Connell underneath. Got 3 Grafton players around him. Nice little shot up off the glass and in. Ends the 7-0 run by the Blackhawks. Grafton quickly into the front court. Hildebrand swings it now to Guerrero Jr. And he walks. Chase Norton took an extra step before he got the basketball down to the floor, and he's going to get called for traveling. Checking in for Grafton is Jonathan Blobach. Soft press defense here by Grafton, and West beats it across the timeline. Now it's Wagner to Diermeyer, who just checked in a moment ago for the Spartans. Wagner, top of the key, looking for his offense. Now it's O'Connell, kick over to Bauer. Ball's knocked out. Hernandez Jr. tried to save it, but he got his foot on the line, and the ball will stay in favor of the Spartans. 9-6, Grafton leads, 12:32 left here in the opening half. It's Omernick looking for space, gets it closer to the half court. Now that it's Wagner, little lob pass over to Omernick. Now over to, that's Diermeyer in the corner. O'Connell swinging around to the left side. Now O'Connell back with the basketball. It's Wagner at the elbow. Wagner with the left-hand dribble. Good defense by Grafton here. They're playing man defense. There's Wagner. West is keeping it on the perimeter right now. Really good defense here by Grafton. Now it's Omernick with the 3 ball. Just long on the mark. Hernandez Jr. with the rebound. And Grafton quickly pushes it into the front court. Hernandez going to try to take this coast to coast. West may have gotten away with the goaltend, but Grafton was right there for the rebound, and that was Clayton Wizard. He got the rebound. It's an 11-6. And we've got a foul. And that's going to be on Jonathan Blobach. It's going to be his first, the team's first. Eleven to 6, Grafton. It was 4-2 West at one point. Now here comes West back in quickly as Jacob Wagner gets the 2, and a quick timeout here by West Bend West, and Ryan Metner wants to talk it over. Back here at the Acuity Fieldhouse. Grafton has the early advantage, 11-8 on the West Bend West Spartans, with 11-11 left here in the opening half. So quick rundown of the other scores here tonight. It was Grafton freshman victorious over West, 55-48, and West got the upper hand in the JV game, 41-29. So the rubber match between Grafton and West Bend West goes on here with the varsity game. McNabb has a couple shots at the hoop. That can't get either of them to go, and West comes away with the rebound. Now Grafton shows a little bit more aggressive press here in the backcourt. West gets it across the timeline. Bauer has it. Closely defended by Chase Norton. Norton bounce pass to O'Connell. O'Connell has the ball now back. Drives into the paint. Layup off the glass. O'Connell has the rebound. Good aggressive offensive rebound by O'Connell. And he's fouled underneath, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Clayton Wizard is the guilty party. It's his first personal, second on the team. O'Connell misses his first free throw attempt, and that is his first miss of the season. He was 4 for 4 on Tuesday night against Sheboygan South. And he's going to get one more chance at it. O'Connell, again, had a big night in that Sheboygan South game. Scored 26 points, which was a team high. O'Connell misses off the back iron, but nice little rebound by Niermeyer underneath, but he cannot keep it under control. And Grafton comes away with the basketball. An empty trip for the Spartans. Miscommunication by Grafton on offense leads to a West on the fast break. Ethan Levac hits the nice easy 2-pointer. Some miscommunication or stumble by the offense on Grafton knocked the ball loose. Led to the turnover. Down to 11-10 Grafton. Underneath. That is to Matthew Zabel. His first 2 points of the game. It's 13-10 Grafton. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the opening half. And that's Riley O'Connell. He was looking for someone in the backcourt, and unfortunately nobody was there, so it's another turnover for the Spartans. Checking into the game for the first time tonight is number 23, Joey Steer, 6'3", senior forward for the Spartans. There's Hernandez. Gets the ball into the corner. That is to Norgard. Now it's Norton with the ball. Quick swing around now to the elbow. That is to Walbach. Walbach puts the ball up. West tried to draw the charge. Didn't get the call, but the shot was missed. And West comes down with the rebound. And here's Carson Bauer, 6'2", senior guard. Gets the ball into the corner to Steer. Now Bauer has the ball between the circles. There's Steer. Looking for someone to get the ball to. He has to give it up to Bauer. Now it's to Diermeyer. Diermeyer dribbles from the free throw line. Rims off, no good. Here comes Hernandez quickly into the front court. Kicks it into the corner. That is to Norgard. Air ball by Norgard, and the ball goes out of bounds. (13-10) Spartans, 8.5 to go here in the first half. Diermeyer kicks it to Wagner. Wagner, that's to Steer. Steer passes it to Omernick, 3-ball corner. That one is no good. Matthew Zabel comes down with the rebound for the Blackhawks. That's a travel in. Chase Norton drugged that back foot before he began his steps into the dribble, and he gets called for the travel. And that's a turnover for the Blackhawks. Just over 8 minutes to go. 13-10, Grafton with the lead. Into the front court are the Spartans. That's Jacob Wagner. Top. Now that is to Liebeck to Diermeyer. Diermeyer tries to get it into, that's O'Connell. Hernandez jumps the route. Football term there for you. Gets the turnover. Hildebrand fakes the jump shot, drives the lane, floater, and that one will fall. 7 points for Hildebrand here in the first half, 15-10, Grafton. Wagner gets his pass deflected. Grafton playing really solid defense here in the first half. Inbounding is Liebeck. Dangerous pass into the backcourt. Grafton putting in heavy pressure. Thankfully, Wagner is able to retrieve it, and Grafton pulls back on its defense. Wagner looked like he pushed with the arm, no call. Let's steer with it, cross court now to Diermeyer. Diermeyer at the left-hand dribble. Drop the shoulder and Grafton draws the charge. It's a turnover. Diermeyer will get called for the foul. It's his first. It's the second on the team here in the first half. Grafton also has 2, so neither team in real big foul trouble here in the early going. Hernandez Jr.'s got 4 points. He had 11 in the opener the other night on Tuesday against Kaukauna. 3 ball is no good. Now Hernandez has it at the elbow. Sinks off. That is Liebeck. What a nice little shot that was. Big time shot by Hernandez. Got some separation on his defender and just drilled the 3-pointer. 18-10, 6.5 to go. West gets the ball into the paint. Ball scooted away from the Spartans. That is going to be a foul instead. That's going to be his second personal foul on Jonathan Blobach. It's the 3rd overall on the team. Checking into the game now is Hunter Schmidt. He started this game, so after a quick rest, he's back in. So Bennett Hildebrand and Juan Guerrero Hernandez Jr. both with 7 points each. They've combined for 14 of the 18 points for the Blackhawks. O'Connell doubled underneath. Loses the handle, and it will go out of bounds. Really stingy defense by the Blackhawks, and it's another turnover for the Spartans. The JV and freshman players for Grafton supporting their colleagues on the varsity team. Hernandez, nice little shake, but lost the handle. And it's Liebeck that comes away with it for the Spartans. Now it's Carson Bauer, brings it across the timeline. Bauer gets the separation, drives the lane, decides to kick it back out to Jacob Wagner, and that shot is off. Grafton back the other way. Hernandez Jr. quickly into the front court. Now hands it is Jonathan Blobach. Blobach has the ball back. Now it's top of the key. Drive to the basket. That's Mike McNabb Jr. Basket counts, and it's going to be a foul. The foul is going to be on Jaden Omernick. That is his first, the 3rd on the team. So McNabb Jr. gets his first basket of the game. Try to get the 3-point play. He opens the lead up now for Grafton to 10 at 20-10. McNabb Jr. converts the 3-point play. And it's 21-10 in favor of Grafton with 5.5 to go. There's Liebeck. Now to Wagner. Wagner into the corner. That is to O'Connell. Back to Wagner. Circles all the way around to Bauer. Bauer loses the handle. But ball goes out of bounds before Grafton can get a handle on it, and the West will retain possession. Quickly back in. That's Wagner. To O'Connell. O'Connell thought about a 3, gets to the free throw line and stops. It's to Bauer, back to O'Connell. O'Connell, now the right hand dribble. Looks like there was contact on the way to the basket. Foul's going to be on Hunter Schmidt. His first, the fourth on the team. And Riley O'Connell will go to the line for 2 shots. He's 0 for 2 there tonight. He gets this one to go. So he's now 1 for 3 at the free throw line. And Diermeyer checks back in for the Spartans. O'Connell trying to get this next free throw. He will make that one. So 2 for 2 at the line on that trip. He's 2 for 4 for the game. He's got 6 points overall. Cuts the lead back into single digits for Grafton and 21-12. 4:45 left to go here in the opening half. Long shot, 2-point shot by Grafton, and that's Mike McNabb Jr. off the mark. West with the rebound. Diermeyer has it in front. Now it's Wagner. Wagner with the left-hand dribble. Bounce pass, nice pick and roll to Carson Bauer. Carson Bauer has his first 2 points of the game, and now the Spartans have the last 4 points and trying to get back to 21-14. For Grafton. Now it's Hildebrand. Thought about a 3. No good. It's flying in. Can't get a good look. That's McNabb Jr. that gets the rebound. Foul's going to be on Bauer. And they're going to say the foul was on the floor. So it's no free throws, but that is Carson Bauer's second personal, 4th on the team. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout for the Blackhawks. Back at the Acuity Fieldhouse, 4:02 left here in the opening half. Grafton leads 21-14. West has the last 4 points to cut the deficit from 11 down to 7. Grafton with the ball in their half of the court. Now the bounce pass onto the baseline. Nice little curl pass. That was to Wizard. That shot does not go, and Spartans corral the rebound. Brickley bringing it into the front court. Bauer drives, kicks out. O'Connell. Big 3 ball by Riley O'Connell. It's his first 3 of the game. He's up to 9. Leads now down to 4. It's a 7-0 run for the Spartans at 21-17. Grafton with the lead. I apologize for my voice. I thought I had a little clear, but something wants to give my voice a little trouble here tonight. So bear with me, folks. There's Hildebrand. Hildebrand's shot is no good. West comes down with the rebound. West, a 7-0 run, 3:15 left, down 4. Chance to trim this to a 1-possession game on this trip. O'Connell, right-hand dribble, puts the shot up. That one is good. O'Connell now with 11. It's 21-19, 9-0 run for the Spartans. Just under 3 to go. Hildebrand, long 3 ball, off the back iron. McNabb with the rebound, drives to the basket. That one no good. Offensive rebound. And they're going to give the basket to McNabb Jr. And Grafton stops the bleeding, opens the lead up to 23-19. Now 3 ball, corner. That is to Liebeck, can't come out with it. And that's Jaden Amernick with the rebound. 23-21 Grafton, 2:20 left here in the opening half. West with the rebound. Ball knocked away. McNabb Jr. has it. Kiss off the glass. Really nice play defensively by Grafton. And the Blackhawks open it back up to 4. 2 minutes to go in the opening half, 25-21. Scramble for it. Wagner comes away with it. Amernick now 3 ball. That one will go. Amernick now with his first 3. A 5 points for Amernick, and it is a 1-point game. Grafton with the lead. Now here comes Hernandez. West wanted to travel, did not get the call. And Hernandez extends the lead back to 27-24 for the Blackhawks. Less than 90 seconds to go here in the opening half. It's O'Connell with the basketball, guarded closely. Now it's Wagner. Nice pick and roll to O'Connell. Layup off the glass. That one is good. O'Connell up to 13 points here in the first half. It's a 1-point game. 1 minute to go here in half number one. McNabb Jr. drives the lane, now kicks it out. That is to Norton. Norton's shot falls no good. West gets the rebound. They can hold for the last shot if they want to. Down one. Diermeyer to Wagner. The lead back. Now Omernick in the far corner. Dangerous pack. Wagner comes away with it. O'Connell mishandled it underneath, and he's going to get called for the foul. It's O'Connell's first personal foul, team's fifth. 22.2 seconds left. Grafton with a 1-point lead. Imagine Grafton will hold for the final shot here of the half. Clock winding down to under 20 to go. Grafton will hold for the last shot. Holding the ball is Hernandez Jr. right here in front of the scorer's table. Down to 10 seconds. 9, 8. Now Hernandez gets into his play. Kicks it out to, that is to Norgard. Now Hernandez Jr. 3-ball. No good. And that's the way the half is going to end. Half time between Grafton and West Bend West is 27-26 in favor of the Blackhawks. We're going to take a break for halftime here. We'll bring you back for the second half between West Bend West and the Grafton Blackhawks. Back here at the Acuity Fieldhouse, ready for the second half between West Bend West and Grafton. Grafton leads 27-26. It was a 21-10 lead for Grafton at one point in the first half, and Spartans got it down to 1 point. Juan Guerrero Hernandez led the way for 9 points for the Blackhawks in the first half. Riley O'Connell had 13, halfway to his 26 that he had on Tuesday against Sheboygan South. So West will start with the basketball. It's like the same 5 starters for both teams will start the second half. Pass intercepted by Grafton. That is Mike McNabb Jr. Hildebrand into the front court. McNabb swings it to Hernandez Jr. Pick and roll. Grafton. McNabb. Too many steps for McNabb Jr. That is a turnover. Both teams with a turnover here in the opening half. The opening possession of the second half. Just underway, 27-26. Grafton with the lead. Again, led 21-10 at one point, so a 16-1 run by the Spartans to end the first half. Riley O'Connell, long pass to Carson Bauer. Bauer's three is no good. Coming down with the rebound, that is Chase Norton. West playing zone a little bit more here in this second half. Hernandez Jr. to Norton. Now to Hildebrand to Guerrero for Hernandez Jr. I knew I would slip up that name a couple times. Juan Guerrero Hernandez Jr. But he's a nice player. Give him that for sure. So he's got 9, and joining him with 9 points is Bennett Hildebrand. Hernandez had 11 points, 7 rebounds in the loss for Grafton on Tuesday at Kaukauna. McNabb Jr. had 36. He's the one that's guarding Omernick right now. Bauer now with the 3. McNabb scored 36 on Tuesday at Kaukauna, brings it into the front court. 3-ball. That is Norton. No good. Bauer with the rebound. West into the front court to Wagner. Tried to bounce pass to Leadbeck. Ball trickles out of bounds. Hernandez Jr. brings it into the front court for the Blackhawks. Zabel hands it to Hildebrand to McNabb Jr. McNabb Jr. drives. Hildebrand thought about a three, decides to give it up. Now is Hernandez. Nice little pass. That was the Zabel. Couldn't gotten a call underneath for a foul, but no call there. Either way, it is a basket. 2 straight baskets by the Blackhawks to open up the lead to 31-26. 15-20 to go here in the second half. O'Connell has to give the ball up to Wagner. Now O'Connell back with the ball. Grafton kind of double teaming him softly. And Jaden Omernick had the ball in the far corner, but took a back step, and that back step landed on the sideline. Timeout, West Bend West. It's a 30-second timeout. Back at the Acuity Fieldhouse here in West Bend. Thank you for joining us on West Bend Community Television and the West Bend Community Television YouTube channel. 15:05 left here in the second half. It's a 31-26 lead for the Grafton Blackhawks. Scored the first 4 points of the half to open up the 5-point lead after leading by 1 at halftime. Chase Norton with the ball now, gets it into the lane, kicks it to Hernandez Jr. Nice little baseline drive. Trying to get the ball, that was to Norton, and the ball was off of Norton. And Norton gets the ball back to the official. And we're ready to get the play back underway with West Bend lost. Bauer back to Omernick. Omernick, that's to Deermeyer. Grafton, little showing a little zone. Nice little cut pass. That was to Carson Bauer. And Bauer gets the first points of the half for the Spartans. Quickly into the front court is Hernandez Jr. That ball goes off the rim, no good. O'Connell with the rebound. And West will go back on offense, down 3. Chance to tie on this possession. And they got a foul. That's going to be on Hildebrand. That's his first. And it's the first on Grafton here in the first half. Just 4 team fouls by Grafton in the first half, 5 for West Bend West. So neither team in real big foul trouble in this game at this point. Deermeyer gets it to O'Connell. Bauer tries to post underneath. Now O'Connell spins. Well defended by Grafton underneath. Now Wagner tries to drive. Has that pass, goes out of bounds. I think the officials might confer. They thought maybe the call was initially to Grafton. And they do. The officials confirm. They say the ball went off of a Grafton player. So West Bend West will retain possession on the overturn of the out-of-bounds call. 31-28, 13:55 left here in the second half. West trails by 3, chance to tie on this possession. O'Connell drives it into the lane. Gets the home roll. It's 31-30. Grafton quickly into the front court. McNabb Jr., really nice shot off the glass. That one goes down. He is up to 8. It's back up to 3 for the Blackhawks. Omernick gets it to O'Connell. O'Connell for 3. There's the 3 ball. And that ties it up. O'Connell up to 18. He had 13 at the half. It's all knotted up at 33. Just over 13 minutes to go here in the second half. Hildebrand tried to drive the lane, well guarded by Wagner, has to give it up. Now it's Norton driving into the lane, and it will count. Foul's going to be called on Carson Bauer. That is his third. So now there is a little bit of a foul trouble situation with Carson Bauer at 3 personal fouls. Just the first of the half. And McNabb Jr. makes the free throw. Puts him up to 12. Again, he was 11 of 17 from the field for 36 points in the Grafton's 104-72 loss to Kaukauna on Tuesday night. He's up to 12 now. Steer checked in for Bauer. Now it is Omernick 3-ball, no good. Steer knocks the ball loose, but Grafton is able to retrieve it, and Hernandez puts it in. He's got 11. Lead stretches up to 5. 5-0 run by Grafton. Guerrero up to 11 points. He's got the ball again. Hernandez Jr., excuse me. Yeah, he goes coast to coast. He's fouled, and he will go to the line for 2. Jaden Omernick is going to call for the foul. It's his second personal of the game, second on the team. Hernandez did not attempt a free throw in the other night. It's his first free throw of the season, and he makes it. So in a very short varsity career, Hernandez Jr. has eclipsed his personal best in varsity. He had 11 on Tuesday against Kaukauna. He's got 12 points now. He's got one more chance at the free throw line. Off the front iron, that one is no good. Steer comes down with the rebound. Lead stays at 6, 39-33. Grafton 6 in a row. Great hands by Hernandez Jr. Thought about trying to dunk it, but just couldn't get high enough. Nonetheless, he lays it in. 8-0 run by the Blackhawks. And Grafton is firing up on their bench. Liebeck with the basketball to Diermeyer. Diermeyer now puts up the 3-ball. In and out, no good. Loose ball. Grafton comes down with it. Coming down with it was Schmidt. Grafton thought about a 3. Drive. Foul on the play. That is Jonathan Blombach gets the basket. He'll go to the line for 1 to complete the 3-point play. Fouls on Jacob Wagner. It's his first, the third on the team. Carson Bauer checks in. He's got 3 personals, so he's got to be careful. It's 10 in a row here by the Grafton Blackhawks. After West tied it on a 3-ball by Riley O'Connell. It's now 11 straight points by the Grafton Blackhawks. They have taken a 44-33 lead. Now the turnover. Grafton can't quite get it. It's Michael McNabb. Gets his own rebound. Michael McNabb gets it, and Ryan Maitner calls a timeout. He's seen enough. He needs a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. 13-0 run by the Grafton Blackhawks with 11:13 left here in the second half. Timeout, West Bend West. Back here at the Acuity Fieldhouse. 11:13 left here in the second half. 46-33, Grafton with the lead. 13-0 run by the Blackhawks. Michael McNabb Jr. and Juan Guerrero Hernandez Jr. a big reason for that. Both of them at 14 points here in the ball game for the Blackhawks. West tried to get the ball quickly into the front court. Grafton was able to recover, knocked the pass out of bounds, but the ball's going to stay with West Bend West. McNabb was the team's leading returning scorer, 12.6 points per game last year. Brock Hefner was the team's leading scorer at 21.6 points per game last year, but he graduated. Now Diermeyer looking for some space. To O'Connell. O'Connell drives. And the ball shot will count. And West needed that one. Hunter Schmidt was called for the foul. It's his second on the team in the half. With that basket, O'Connell clips 20 points for the second straight game to start the season. He had 26 on Tuesday night right here against Sheboygan South. He's now got 20 with 10:53 to go. O'Connell trying to make this a 10-point deficit for the Spartans. And he does. So O'Connell up to 21. Spartans trail by 10. They need a couple stops here to stop this run here by Grafton. Grafton, front court. Bobbing and weaving. Now the drive. No good. It was Hunter Schmidt that was trying to get the basket. Let's check that. That was Chase Norton. Now it's Carson Bauer underneath. He gets the basket, and that is a timeout for Grafton. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout for Grafton as the Spartans pull within 8. Timeout, Grafton. All right, Grafton has the ball here. 10:24 left here in the second half. Grafton with the lead at 46-38. 5 straight points by the Spartans. Gets it down to a single-digit deficit. It's Blaubach with the basketball in front of his bench. Now it's to Hernandez Jr. He's got 14 points for the Grafton Blackhawks here so far. West shadows him with a double team. Far side's ball back to Michael McNabb Jr. Grafton sets the screen. McNabb trying to get into the paint. And he took too many steps. Turnover. Checking into the game is Luke Norgård, 6'2" senior. Was held scoreless on Tuesday night against Kaukauna. Grafton quickly showing press. West breaks the press. Diermeyer has it in front of his bench in the elbow. Now it's to Wagner between the circles. Hands it to Bauer. Bauer, Diermeyer, post up, underneath. Blocked by Hernandez Jr. underneath. Grafton with the rebound. Now into the front court. Underneath to McNabb. Melp gets it right in front of his coach. Now McNabb drives. Thought I heard a little contact, but no call there. West comes down with the rebound. 9 minutes to go. Second half, it's an 8-point deficit for the Spartans. Connell, cross-court pass to Obernick in front of the student section for the Spartans. Diermeyer guarded by Hernandez. Now it's to Wagner. Bauer looking for a post. And he has fouled underneath. Luke Norgård is the person with the foul. It's his first. Third on the team. West also has 3 in this half. Still 4 fouls to give until the other team is in the bonus here in the second half. Wagner to Diermeyer, Bauer in the elbow, now to Obernick in the corner. Obernick, right-hand dribble. O'Connell to Wagner. Wagner a 3-ball, off the back iron, no good. Hernandez Jr. comes down with the rebound. Quickly in transition is the Blackhawks. That's Blaubach, 3-ball is good. Opens the lead back up to double digits. 49-38, Grafton, just over 8 minutes to go here in the second half. Still a lot of time left, no chance to panic yet if you're West. And Wagner tosses the ball out of bounds. Turnover for the Spartans. He was trying to get to Bauer, and they couldn't make the connection on the pass. Juan Guerrero Hernandez Jr. gets it into the front court for the Blackhawks. Now it's Blaubach. Now Hernandez Jr. Top of the circle, three ball, no good, off the front iron. Amernick chases it down for the Spartans. West trying to get back into single digits on this possession. Bauer, the freshman, does a nice job handling the basketball. Draws contact. That's going to be on Bennett Hildebrand, his second, the fourth team foul for the Blackhawks. And still no cause for worry on the foul situation for either team at this point. We're at 7:30 left here in the second half. Again, 49-38. Grafton on the Spartans. The Spartans with the basketball. There's Riley O'Connell. Now got the double team. Just gets the ball away before a 5-second call. Now West gets it to as Liebeck. Shot might have been deflected as it came up short. Now Hernandez Jr. Long strides by the freshman. He gets it in. He's got very long legs and a long stride. He's able to take that from the free throw line all the way in on one step. Quickly the other side, that's Amernick puts up a shot. And Ryan Matnair wants to talk this one over. It's 51-40, 6:50 left. Here in the second half, timeout, West Bend West. Back here at the Acuity Fieldhouse, 6:51 left here in the second half. Grafton leads this one 51-40. At one point, this was a 33-33 basketball game. And Grafton reeled off 13 straight points to take a 46-33 lead. Lead got down to as little as 7, but Grafton quickly ballooned that back up to a double-digit lead to get us to where we are, just under 7 to go. And it's Hildebrand, drives it into the lane. Nice-looking shot. Good play by the offense. And Hildebrand gets the basket. It is now 3 players in double figures for Grafton. Hildebrand with 11, McNabb with 12, and Hernandez Jr. leads the way with 16. Diermeyer, elbow in front of his bench. Drives baseline, puts up about a 12-footer. That one's off the back iron, no good. Nice little play by Liebeck, gets the ball. That one can't go down. Quick hands by Liebeck to generate the turnover, but he can't convert it on the other end. Grafton quickly back the other way. That's Hildebrand. Layup is good. Largest lead of the game for either team, now up to 15 for the Blackhawks with 5:45 and counting left. 55-40 Grafton. Diermeyer in between the circles to Amernick, just near the student section for the Spartans. And a Liebeck, corner to Bauer. O'Connell at the wing. O'Connell kicks it out to Bauer. 3 attempt, no good. Hernandez Jr. comes down with the rebound. Time now starting to become a factor. It's a 15-point lead. Grafton in full control. Now they'll back up their offense and slow this thing down a little bit. Hernandez Jr. draws the double team. Pass to McNabb Jr. on the cut. Really nice design play by the Grafton Bulldogs, or check that, Grafton Blackhawks. And it's now 57-40 in favor of the Blackhawks. Amernick thought about a 3, has to give it up to Diermeyer. Amernick's got the ball in front of his bench. Bauer calling for it in the post. He's got it. Nice little left-hand hook. Bauer puts up a nice shot. Made the call for it underneath. Got it, and he converted. 8 points for the freshman. It's 57-42. West has got to put up a lot of points, and they got to do it in the Curry because we're up to 4 minutes to go here in the second half. There's Hildebrand. 3-ball. Dekes out Bauer. Now he puts up a nice little 8-footer. Rainbow drop shot for Hildebrand. He's up to 15 points. And Grafton's going to be called for the foul on the inbound. That's Blaubach's third. It's the fifth on the team. 2 more by Grafton, and West will be in the bonus. But it's 59-42, 3:55 left. Grafton with the lead. West with the basketball. Little lazy pass by the Spartans leads to a turnover. Hildebrand puts up the shot. That one goes down. And Grafton's now starting to pull away. It's a 19-point lead for the Bulldogs, or for the Blackhawks. It's 11 in a row for the Blackhawks. Amernick puts up a 3. He now cracks double fingers with 10 points on that 3 ball. But West Bend West is going to need a lot more of that, and they're going to need it in a hurry. Down 16 with 3:15 left here in regulation. Grafton works the basketball around. Nice little pick by Liebeck. He's looking for some help. Liebeck, bounce pass. Probably should have just put it up himself. Instead, it's a turnover quickly into the front court of the Blackhawks. Good ball movement by the Blackhawks. Now the ball winds up in Hildebrand. Now it's underneath. That is to McNabb. Michael McNabb Jr. now at 2. He's up to 18 points. Hildebrand has 17, and Hernandez Jr. has 16. Now Chase Norton gets hit with his first foul. That's the 6th on the team. So the next foul by Grafton puts the Spartans in the bonus. It's an 18-point lead for Grafton, 63-45, 2:35 left. And it's another foul by Grafton. And that foul is going to be on Jonathan Blaubach. That's his 4th personal. That's now 1-1 for the Spartans. They're going to get back in this game. They're going to have to start hitting some shots and free throw lines. Good place to start. Jacob Wagner's going to get the first shot free throw. He's 1 for 2 on the season in that category. Nice little stroke by Jacob Wagner. Gets to go down. He'll get 1 more. He's up to 3 tonight. He had 8 on Tuesday against Sheboygan South. Wagner's second free throw. That one's no good. Hernandez Jr. comes down with the rebound. I don't have rebound stats, but I'd have to imagine Hernandez has close to 10 if he doesn't already. He did have 7 on Tuesday against Kaukauna. McNabb Jr. drives the lane. Contact as he goes to the basket, and the shot will count. So McNabb Jr. will add his total. It's the 2nd foul on Wagner. It's the 4th on the team. Michael McNabb Jr. hits the 2-pointer. He's up to 20 for the night. His free throw is no good. So it remains a 19-point lead, 2:10 left in regulation. Spartans needing pretty close to a miracle at this point. Wagner drives, blocking foul by Grafton. That is going to be on Blaubach. That is his 5th. And Blaubach has fouled out of this game. He will finish tonight with 6 points. Coach Damon James for Grafton wasn't quite sure with the call if they felt maybe that West Bend West might have pushed off. Did not get the call. Nonetheless, Blaubach has fouled out of this game, finishes with 6. Wagner's free throw is no good. So it stays 19 points, just under 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Grafton with the lead and the basketball. Afkin can take as much time off the clock now as they want. McNabb Jr. getting a call for a travel as he was going to the hoop. And Ryan Mattner looks like he's going to empty his bench. And it looks like Grafton will do the same. So minute 38 left in this game. 65-46, Grafton. The Blackhawks can taste victory and it'll be the win number 1 on the season. After losing 104-72 on Tuesday against Kaukauna, West will drop to 1-1 on this young season, but also 0-1 in the North Shore Conference. Now it's Lemke. Jackson Schultz gets the foul call. It's 1-1. Jacob Getz just checked into the game. He's going to get his first free throw attempt of the season. And that will go in. Jacob Getz gets into the score sheet with a free throw. He's going to get one more shot at it. That one falls off the iron, no good. Rebound to Grafton. And stoppage, we're going to have a timeout. And it's going to be a timeout for Grafton. 30-second timeout with 1:15 to go. Grafton with an 18-point lead. Timeout, Grafton. Back underway here in the second half. Just 1:10 left here. Of a 19-point lead, by, check that, 18-point lead by the Grafton Blackhawks. Ball gets into the big man. That's Josh Lee O'Brien. And O'Brien gets in the score sheet with that nice little basket. Under a minute to go, it's a 20-point lead for the Blackhawks. Sam Schreiber, baseline drive. No good. Coming down with the rebound for West, that's Joey Steer. And Steer gets into the score sheet. 2-point basket, 67-49, less than 30 seconds to go. Really no need for Grafton to put up another shot here. This game was 33-33 at one point. O'Brien puts up another 2-pointer. But Grafton reeled off 13 straight points to take a 46-33 lead, and that was, as Lorraine Larrabee would say, probably the dagger. Getting the 2-point basket at the end was Jake Lemke, and that will bring the final score to 69-51 in favor of the Grafton Blackhawks. Again, key run in this game was the 13-0 run at the midway point of the second half that turned a 33-33 game into a 46-33 lead for the Blackhawks, and the Blackhawks never looked back from there. Final score here tonight from the Acuity Fieldhouse in West Bend. Grafton Blackhawks moved to 1-1 overall and 1-0 in the North Shore Conference with a 69-51 victory over the West Bend West Spartans. West drops to 1-1 overall and 0-1 in the North Shore Conference. Hope you enjoyed tonight's game here on West Bend Community TV and the West Bend Community TV YouTube channel. We will talk to you again. Soon.